Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda. Welcome back. We're going to continue today with our file folder. Excuse the mess. I've got stuff that I've been cutting all over the place. Anyway, yesterday, if you remember, I was trying to put on those rub-ons. Well, it finally worked. Tom gave me a nickel, but boy, oh boy, did I ever have to press it hard. I don't know if it's because it's old. I don't know. Like, I know that I've had it for a few years, but yeah, it was kind of hard to do. So do you ever have that problem where you're having to struggle to get on those rub-ons, or do you even use them? I don't use them very often, so maybe that's why. So what I did is I did my sewing. I sewed all the way along and then on both sides, so that when it gets closed, it's going to look like it's been sewn like together, but it isn't. I made my two little gussets, and I just took a piece of file folder. I cut it to 1 inch. I'm going to have to shorten it, I realize, because I don't want it over my paper. So I'm going to have it just up from the fold, and we're going to glue it there. So whatever height you're making your file folder at, if you're keeping it at the height, then that's what height you'll do, and you'll just allow, if you have your decorative paper there. Oops, let me turn my light on. So I'm going to take this a bit off of the camera because it's very shiny. This is 9 inches from the fold to here. That's 9 inches. Hopefully you can see that. And then this, I cut it, even though I'm going to have to cut it down, it's 7.5, because this side is shorter. That's where I should have done it from. Jeepers, sorry. So this is 7 7/8 this size. And so it's going to go here, just like that. But, excuse me, I don't know if I want it to be on the decorative paper. Let me just hold it there for a second and kind of check it out. So, oh, actually, that's not too bad. It's just a little shorter than this piece, which is good, so that you won't see it when it's together, which is what I want. I don't want to see it. So I'm just going to ink it up. So you grab your stuff if you're doing this with me, or whatever, you know, you're crafting today. Just grab some stuff and let's just craft together. Hope you're all doing good and you're having a wonderful start to your weekend. It's actually Friday for me today, but I decided that I'm going to upload this for Saturday, because I know there are those of you who are doing this along with me. So why wait till Monday, right? Let's just do it and keep playing with it. Braden will not be coming today. His other grandpa is picking him up and taking him to Edmonton so that they can go to the water park for the weekend. I didn't realize. I thought he was just going to be going for Saturday, Sunday, but nope, he's picking him up today. So he's got a good weekend ahead. So he should have a lot of fun. There we go. I'm just going to turn it this way, and then hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to bring it up a little bit from the fold, just like that. And this might take a second to adhere because it is the wet glue, but I mean, it doesn't take very long, which is nice. Whew. Itchy nose. I don't want to sneeze. Get my bone folder, or not. Maybe not, I'll just use my fingers. You think you have everything and then realize you don't. All right. And you can clip it together after you get them both on if you wanted as well. You don't have to just leave it, you know, once you glue them together, then you can just clip it for a couple of minutes and then you know that it's going to stick. My sponge is shedding more than ever. My goodness. I'm just doing both sides so you can see the inking on the inside as well. And I'm putting the dyed side on the outside. I don't know, I don't really know how much you'll be able to see of it, but still. There we go. Turn it around. Nope, I had it right. And it's gonna go here. A little bit up from the bottom. Hopefully I'm not out of frame because, oh jeepers, that would be not good. Longer projects sometimes are a little tricky because you need to put them back and forth so that people can see everything. And just bring that over a little more. How far did I bring that one? Yep, just checking. I have it just over my sewing. And you don't have to sew, you just glue it all. Just make sure that you add enough glue to hold it. And I know when I first started, I was using glue tape, that double-sided tape. I was following a girl, and that's all she ever used. So, I mean, when you don't know, then you just follow what you learn. And, you know, here we are, what, 5 years later, and the book I had made completely fell apart. So my advice would be, if you're going to use glue tape, double-sided tape to do this, add wet glue to it as well to help hold it properly. All right, so those are there, and I'm going to add glue to the other side now, and then we'll put our front flap of the folder up. I'll do both sides at the same time. Whoops, that way I'm not struggling to get glue on the second one. I think glue ended up there. All right, so I'm just gonna turn it around. I just stick my fingers at the bottom and then put it together. And if you do this and you're still not comfortable with it, then add a couple stitches to it as well if you want. If you're, if you're sewing, I'm thinking this will be okay the way it is. The trick is to not try and fill it before it's dry. Yep, so it's definitely not dry. Obviously, right, Brenda? Jeepers. It must be the word of the day. Jeepers. Oh boy. Let's just find a new word, shall we? There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to add a couple of clips to it for now, and we'll work on some other things, just especially at the top there. That's where it wants to open. So I'm just going to do that, and we'll just set it aside for a minute. And then I have a bunch. I've just been cutting out journaling card. I did a journal card, and I just took one of the papers from the kit, and I have some file folder, and I just started adding things. And I have more. I just cut different sizes tags, journaling cards. I have like a pocket and just some smaller things because we have that little pocket up top, so we can, but these will fit in nice. Most of the ephemera pieces I cut out. A couple of them I didn't. And I also kept a couple of these strips. These are great if you want to have just a little edging down something, and you can use it just as a little tuck spot for some little goodies. So I kept those as well. So let's work on these. These are just the blanks. And just grab some paper. I'm also using my my vintage French documents as well, because they go so beautifully with this paper. And I thought, how nice. And it's French. Why not? So we'll just make some journaling cards and stuff, and just some goodies to fill it up. And I didn't add a lot, as you saw, into the little journal we put into our other one, but this kind of makes up for it because there's going to be a lot of added goodness to it. And the file folder, of course, is a little bit gibbled because it was wet, excuse me, so many times, but just, if you don't like if it, you know, curls up like they do, like, you know, it's not completely flat anymore, put them under some heavy books, and it helps. So I have that, and this is all I do is I just add pieces to it because I want to use as much of the paper as I can. It's a gorgeous sunny day here in Alberta where I am. It's very, very chilly out though, but that's okay. We went out yesterday for a nice long walk, so it was good. So I knew the weather was going to change, and I really wanted to get out and enjoy some of the day. And you can cover these with a book page, music page, whatever you want. Excuse me, on the backs. That's okay. Or just leave them like this. I think I'm going to leave them like this, and you can you can stamp on the back or do some stenciling. You don't have to leave them like this. You can add words or flowers or, you know, whatever you'd like. It's your decision on what you'd like to do. Yesterday was a longer video. I didn't even realize, so I'm hoping that's okay. So there we got a nice journaling card, and you can add to it as well. You don't have to keep it like that. You know, you can add little elements to that as well. And then all the little pieces that are left, all the strips and stuff, are going to be great for doing collage. or Franken paper. You saw my Franken paper yesterday that I had done a few of them. So, and this could be a tag, or, you know, so there's a few that we can work with. And I have bits of lace. I have a new container for my lace. It doesn't hold as much as the other one did, but I'm okay with that. So let's just see what we have here. Too many things in front of me. Let's set those aside for now. Oh, Brat knows my door's closed. He's decided he needs to come. All right. We can just put that there. We can leave it open at the top. You can have it as a little tuck spot. He figures he can't open the door by himself, and he can. All he has to do is push it. Can just do that. You know how much I enjoy tuck spots and pockets. It's the only way you can add tons of goodness to everything. There, I'll just put that right there. Make it a pocket. I like the color contrast on there. It looks pretty sweet. And then just take some of our little pieces, you know, and put them into the pocket. I don't know if you can hear Brad or not, but those things can just pop in the pocket like that. And this, it ended up, it was left on my cutter, so when I put a piece of paper on top of it to cut, it kind of slant cut it there, but that's okay because I'm thinking it can be a little tuck spot, right? I mean, that can be added there as well as a tuck spot, but we'll pop it in there for a pocket for now. And then it can be, you know, whoever has this will be able to just add it wherever they want. It's always nice to have other options, you know, instead of putting everything into it, that there's options for the owner to be able to just take things and remove them and put them wherever they'd like them to go. So there's a nice pocket for it right there. Or it can go in here. It doesn't have to come, like it can overlap like that. Like how pretty. I really like that. And then there's the button card. You know, the button card can go in here. And some of the, like this, I don't think it needs further embellishment. It is so cute and pretty as it is, just like that. So that you can just add right in there. And then this tag, I'm just gonna cut the corners, just flip it around and do this corner. There we go. Oh, little piece stuck out. There we go. I'm just gonna grab my little tab, punch, find a, I do have some scrap paper here with little pieces. I'm just gonna find something. just used my tab punch and punched out a little tab for our tag. Ink it up quick. And you can glue it, staple it, sew it, whatever you'd like. I'm just going to add some glue. My sewing machine is right there, but if I were to move it over and use it, well, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So I figure any sewing I would do off camera, and then you would see it afterwards. So there's got the little tab on top, like that. And then I have little ephemera pieces, but I don't want to use my, you know, the Tim Holtz or anything like that. So I'm going to just cut this little beauty down. I tried not to do too much without you, so that you could see the whole process of it, right? But really, once you finished making your pouch or your file folder, bag, whatever you're going to call it, then the rest is just using, you know, making all your ephemera pieces. And I'm just going to put that there. Try and find a little flower or something, maybe. I have stickers. Let's see what we have in here. I don't know if any of the colors would go, but look at that, just like that, right? The trick is, don't overthink it. If you put something down and you like it, use it. I mean, there are no mistakes in crafting whatsoever. And I'm not going to add glue to this one. We'll see. Hopefully it will hold. If not, then I'll just get some glue stick and add it to it. But there we go. Can't really see it. Well, you can, but I'm not sure how good you can see it on camera there. But it's just a nice little plant. Anyway, so there's another piece, and then you just carry on making all your goodies. Oop, wrong way. So then that can go in there. And then I had a little tiny thing for the pocket up there. Let me see. Maybe this little ticket. I'll just cut the little ticket out. I don't like to fussy cut on camera, because it can be time consuming sometimes, depending on what you're cutting out. But this is not so shabby, not so bad. Oh boy. There we go. There. So then, and you can add a little piece of lace to it if you want. You can add nothing to it. You can. This is just a piece of that stuff from Dollarama. But that can just be added to it, and you can put a jewel on top if you want. Why not? Let's do it. Talking about it, let's do it. And if you don't like how it hangs off like that, just give it a trim. Right? And then I thought I might have had a little jewel there, but I don't. So then that can go into the top pocket, but you can take all of your scraps. You can use a punch them out and make little bits of ephemera. I have, this is probably too big for that. Yes, it is. Sorry, I was just checking that out just to see. But I have a drawer here that is full of punches. So I have this heart punch. Let's see if that's gonna work. Just to give you some ideas of what you can do, but maybe not use such a small piece. Oh dear. Okay, let's try this one. There we go. And that can go in there as well. But just some ideas, right? And then if you want, you can add an image to it, little flowers to it, whatever you like. Let's see here. I did have, oh, there it is, this little flower. And it can be added just like that. You can make it smaller. That's how this one got smaller. I did cut it. So let me try that. And I try to cut around one of the images. So let me use this one. So we've got some flowers there. That looks actually pretty. So I'm just going to add it. Don't be afraid to grab up things and try different things. You make it you. And you can pop a number on there if you want. I don't have any numbers handy right now, not even from a book by the looks of it. But you can just take a page number from one of your books and you can set it on there. Let me see quickly if I have anything here. Yep, I have a number. I'm just going to cut it off the top of my paper here. Just like that. So it's just a tiny little number, and we'll pop it into the corner there, and it just adds another element of goodness to what you're making. There we go. Oh yes. And look at that. Instant piece of ephemera. All right, and then that can get tucked into that little hole right there, into the little pocket. And then we have our journaling card back there. And then you can just add your pieces. This is the postcard that's a part of the ephemera page. Just give it a little bit of color around the edges. You know, when you cut the paper, there's always that white edge. And you can come in and do a little fold and, you know, vintage it up a little more if you want. Just adding little marks to it, just like that. So you can give it some age yourself. And then that can just get popped in there. Like nothing is going to interfere with any of the pockets, right? And it should be dry enough now. There's our journal. Shall we try? Let's do it. And there, and it's holding beautifully. Can you see that? Like nothing is coming apart. So there we go. And you can continue to fill it if you want. You can actually add more into this pocket in here if you wanted as well. But yeah, so lovely. It has turned out so phenomenal. I'm just really happy with it. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well, because it has just been so much fun to put together. And as I said before, I like working with the file folders. There's so many ideas that can be implemented with file folder. Just trying to think. We've got that small pocket up there, but you know, all these all these little things can go in here, and which can be incorporated into your journal, anywhere. You don't even have to use it in this journal that we've made or the pouch. They can be removed completely, and you can use them wherever you want. You know, and there's that other journaling card. Oops. Might as well get it in here because we did do it. All right, just take the button card out for a minute, and that can be added in. And they overlap. Well, this one overlaps, and that's okay because this will still slide in, and you can keep it up so that you can see all the different layers of your goodies. But it's so pretty, and you can just go, you can lace it up, you can do anything that you want to it. I kind of like that there because it takes away that it was this empty little spot. And there's a pocket. I do like to add things in so that others, you know, whoever has this will be able to put things where they want. It's not already set for them, because you might have different ideas of where to put something than I do. And I like to give you that option, not just put everything in its place. So, and then that can go in there with our 2 tags. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew on some buttons onto this. I will not do it on camera. I won't subject you to that because it takes me a while to get my hands working. But we have one on the front, and so when I get the buttons on, I will just add it into the corner like that, and then the buttons can be seen, and it's not going to fall out because the pockets are very sturdy. So, and then that'll be that one like that. And so there's our file folder pouch. I'm not even sure what to call it, but that has to have a home there too. So I will ink them all. I just wanted to show you all the different layers that we've got going on here. Just love it. Love it. What do you think? Oh, I just think it turned out lovely. And we did leave this one as a tuck, didn't we? So what else do I have here? Oh, these were hiding. These were hiding, so I'm just going to trim them down a bit. Just like that. Bit of color. And then these can go in like that. Oh yes, that's perfect. Yeah, my cutter was having issues this morning, so I figure I'll just do the rest with my scissors. There we go. So there, that adds even more layers to what we're doing. I mean, you don't have to stop there. You can just continue. Like I say, you can add tons and tons of pockets and just fill them up to your heart's content. I didn't add pockets up here because if you have really long tags and stuff, which I still might make one, I'm not sure. If I do, I'll make sure to show you. But I mean, I wouldn't want a pocket way up there anyway. So that's why I usually just put them on one side at the top. All right, so that's what I have for you today. I I think she's finished, but if not, if I add more to it, then I will show you. I didn't add any lace to there. Maybe before we go, I'll do that. Just see if I have some more of that trim. I do. The trim's kind of wonky, but I'm just gonna move that out of the way for a second. You can add flowers down at the bottom. You can, oh yeah, like you can just go, you can go wild with the decorating if you want. But I wanted to keep it simple to the point where it's not hard to follow and it doesn't overwhelm to, you know, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't want it to look difficult to the point where you just don't even want to do it. You know what I mean? I want it to be simple and fun and easy to follow. So there we go. Oh, that looks much better. I'm just, some of my little ends here curl up just from being in that little holder, so I needed to put that one down. Okay, the lid on there. Yes, my messy desk. Well, now that we're done, it'll probably get cleaned up. But like I said, if I do anything else to it, I will show you the next time we come together. But there's our pouch filled with all of our pieces of goodness. Journaling card with its own pocket, and our tickets, and our little tag piece there, and then that. And when you turn it to the front, we've got our 2 pieces of ephemera there. We have a journaling card and a postcard and could be whatever, a journaling spot as well. And we have the button card, and we have this beautiful tag. And then up in our little pocket here, there's the little heart we made, and then that little piece right there as well. All right, so this is our file folder. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you've been making one with me. If you have, please remember to tag me on Instagram or Facebook, or even email me. Like, I know a lot of you email me your pictures and stuff, which I'm very thankful for. I appreciate that. All right, you take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless. Bye for now.